Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog Farmhouse on Boone.com. I'm excited today to share another what we eat in a week video with you. 7 healthy meal ideas for your family. Let's dive right in. On day 1, we did roasted chicken with carrots and crispy potatoes. Roasted chicken is something I rely a lot on. You just take it out of the oven, add some oil, salt, garlic, pepper, whatever herbs you have, and throw it in the oven. Now, after we ate the chicken, I got some homemade bone broth going for soup. I also cook a lot of carrots. For today's, I browned them a little bit in butter just to give it some more flavor, and then cooked them until they were soft. Crispy potatoes, I make those in my cast iron skillet by preheating some oil. I actually have a tutorial here on my YouTube channel about that because there are a few tricks to getting them really crispy. Day 2, we did split pea soup. My mom had a ham bone that she gave me, and I decided to make split pea soup. Now, I made such a large amount that I actually had to pause this what we eat in a week for about 2 days, and we ate it 4 meals in a row. So what you're gonna see tomorrow is not actually day 3 in full disclosure, but I did not wanna show you 4 meals of us eating the exact same thing. I used a pan my mom sent home with me. She has a really large roaster pan. I don't normally have need for something like that, but in this instance, I knew that I'd have to saw the bone in half to use it in any of my cooking vessels, so I did use that. I added to the ham bone some carrots, onions, homemade bone broth, and of course the split peas that I had soaked the day before. And I just let it cook really low and slow in my oven. I think I did around 250 to 300 degrees and let it go all day long. Then I pulled all of the ham off the bones, reserved the bones for our dog, and we had so much split pea soup. Like I said, we had to eat it for days. Day 3, I did fish tacos. Now, this isn't something that I do a lot. We actually don't eat a whole lot of fish, and when we do, it's typically salmon, but I really wanted some fish tacos. It's just something on occasion that sounds really good. So I made a fish taco sauce with Greek yogurt, mayo, and some hot sauce, but I didn't do very much so that the kids could have it too. I cooked the fish in some lime juice in the oven. And then I put it on my sourdough tortillas with cilantro and cheese and topped it with some guacamole. Day 4, my sister and her kids came over for my son's birthday. Now, just so everyone knows, this was before the quarantine started. This was probably 3 or 4 days before everything got serious. So we had them over and I made some of my sourdough pizzas, which I just used my easy sourdough pizza crust. I made 2 for the adults and 2 for the kids. I will leave a link down in the description box below to my tutorial for how to make a sourdough pizza crust. It comes together really easily. There's no rising. It's an instant recipe, so that makes it really easy. The adult ones had goat cheese, figs, bacon, and my date lady sauce and jalapenos. And the kids just had regular sauce, bacon, and cheese. I will leave a link down in the description box below to the date lady sauce, which I've talked about before, but we're kind of addicted to it at this point. It's sweetened with dates only, so it's a good, healthy choice. Day 5, we did deer chili. We have a freezer still full of deer from hunting in November, and I just made a big old pot of deer chili. I did use canned tomatoes and canned tomato juice. I also, of course, added chili powder, cumin, garlic, onions, all of those delicious things. I soaked and made some dried beans, which this is a good meal if now that the quarantines have started and you stocked up on beans like I did. If you have some ground beef or ground deer in your freezer, chili is just a super easy meal and it'll feed you for a while. Day 6, we did pork chops. I saved a little bit of bacon grease from my sourdough pizza day and browned the pork chops in the bacon grease. Then I added salt, garlic powder, pepper, all that kind of thing. Then I added some fresh rosemary, which my husband and I decided that it makes all the difference for the flavor. Oh man, it tastes so much better. And then baked it in a low oven for about 10 minutes to finish them off. I served that with garlic mashed potatoes. To make garlic mashed potatoes, I roast garlic in a 400-degree oven with a little bit of olive oil until it's really soft. Once the garlic is soft, I squeeze it out into my potatoes. Add salt, milk, butter, and then just mash them up. Make some really good garlic mashed potatoes and serve that with some frozen green beans that I just steamed in my stainless steel pot. Day 7, I was testing a sourdough focaccia recipe that I hope to put on the blog, and I actually messed it up. I made it way too thick. It was really good anyways. So in order to not waste that, of course, my kids were gonna eat it regardless. It wasn't gonna go to waste. I decided to make a pizza. So I cut my too thick focaccia down the center, put it on a pizza stone, added some olive oil, mozzarella cheese, and I topped it with some fresh rosemary. And then I cooked up some pork sausage that I recently picked up from a local farmer. Thank you so much for watching that video. You all seem to love these, and so I'm just gonna keep making them, but I'm probably gonna have a lot of repeats because I typically don't make that many different things. As the summer comes and we're going to farmers markets, I'll have some more creative ideas going around what's seasonally available. I cannot wait for that. But for now, it's a lot of soups and stews and meats and vegetables, but I hope that you enjoy coming along with us, and I hope that you gain a little bit of inspiration in the kitchen. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.